Good. Hello. Hi, Jean. Good morning. Happy 4th of July. Hi, Kimberly. I'm going to get some coffee. I'll be right back. Hi, Norma. Hi, Lori. Hello, Joni. Making some coffee. Now, I'm currently broadcasting, let me see, I think it's 7:20. So I hope is it clear? Can you guys see everything on my table, or is it fuzzy? Hi, Christy. Oh, good. I'm glad. I was a little worried. So, cup of joe. I'm a little low-key yet. I'm not quite awake, and my voice is probably not as chipper as usual because I'm not quite awake. It's I'm in Texas, and it's very, very hot here, but it's also a wonderful rainy morning. So I just was relaxing and watching TV and this is just stuff we made yesterday. And yesterday's stream, so take a look at that. if you want. What is with this one? Oh, it's got tape residue. I'm going to have to clean it off. Do I send it out? Okay. So I'm going to do a watercolor painting. And I'm going to use my Daniel Smith and Mission Gold paints. And there goes the chat again. Right, Norma? Yeah, she's awesome. She's the first streamer I watched. Oh, besides Patty. Well, but see, when I first started watching Patty wasn't streaming yet. But I found out about Dee Dee through Patty. I want to make sure it's a fresh water. Right back. Okay. Where am I? Oh. Where are my other brushes? I'm missing a brush. Yeah, same here, Norma. Yeah, I especially love all her any napkin pages she's done. Why does the chat keep going out? There we go. Well, that's good, Jane, because it's hot. Definitely need that AC. How was the trip overall? Do you have I've seen you had a lot of fun, and are you exhausted? Yeah, from from Dee Dee. Then I found Paula, and then Patty was streaming by that time. Oh, definitely, especially as we get older. But they keep you young. Yeah, kids are definitely wonderful. But in small doses. Now that I'm older and my kids are grown. Yep. I love our little community. I gotta say, and I know I've said it probably a million times to those that have been with me since I started doing videos and streaming, because you all were my support and got me to do that. You know, this art community is where I really fit in. You know, and a lot of special people. I'm very thankful. Definitely. All right, so I'm just sitting here chatting and not really doing any art, right? So I got to pick out some papers. Yesterday, I drew out some flowers. This is Arches cold press 140-pound watercolor paper. And I thought I would do some collaging a little bit down here in the bottom area. And I have some papers. And then I had some other papers I thought I might throw in, but I don't think so. I think I'm just going to do, I want to do some of that for the greenery. I don't really have great papers like Debbie Epps has. She has really awesome papers. I have very few stencil selection, but if you guys want to see some good jelly printing, Debbie Epps is the way to go. I think I'll do some of that. No. 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 Like that one, but not the right color. I know I have some more green. They're probably all in the bag. Love that one, wrong color. Not going to have a whole lot of collaging going on, so I think the one is fine. And then we're going to do something fun with the watercoloring. Is the lighting bright enough, guys, or do I need to turn on a light? I mean, I am in front of a window. I don't know. Definitely, Christy. It's fun. You need some space because you'll be having papers everywhere. But it is fun. If you got some paints that you want to make sure you use up before they go bad, it's definitely a good way to use them up. I don't do it too often. I'm more into collaging and watercolor, and I'm waiting to get my magicals because I'm going to do some more printing with that. But yeah. All right. So let me put down the napkin first. Oh, and the brushes I'm going to use today, I have a 3/4 inch flat, 10, an 8, a 4, and a 6. I don't know if I'm going to use them all, but they're my usual brushes, so I'm just pulling them out. But I will most likely use most of them. Yeah, I have Debbie and Debbie Epps, and if you're not subscribed to her, definitely subscribe to her. She and I are a lot alike. We're very partial to jelly printing on napkins. That's what this is. This is napkin with jelly print on it. Tissue paper is good. Old sewing pattern paper is good. Map paper is good. I also like using rice paper. It's thinner, so it's nicer to collage with. I don't really use like regular printer paper. I just find it to be too thick. Because a lot of the collaging that I do is background work. So I just find that napkins is easier to work with. All right, so got to kind of see where I kind of want this. Yeah, I'm thinking like that first. Then I'll put another little piece on this side. Gotta get out. Now, when I collage, get to it, Christy. Get to it. Yeah, you know what? For as far as videos go, you need to watch Jean. You need to watch Debbie, and you need to watch Journal Artista videos for jelly printing. They're the best. They're the ones that enabled me. Yeah, especially if you have the whole summer. Oh yeah, Patty too, duh. She was the first one. I love my Patty Tully Parrish. So you have 4 people. Hi, Eileen. You have 4 people you can watch to get it done. So over the next couple weeks, before you got, you know, if you get some watch some videos. Right, Norma? The one from the other, for what, 2 weeks ago now, right? I loved that one. Yeah, Jean, that one was awesome. I love that one. All right. So I use a 2-part combination when I'm adhering napkins. I adhere it down with a little bit of matte medium. And then because I'm using watercolors, I'll put a layer of clear gesso over it. It helps the watercolors then grab to the collaged area, because the matte medium will be like a resist. So where is my brush for gluing? Blue brush, where are you? Oh, here. Yeah, but and that's what I was saying. She and I, we use matte paper, napkins, sewing pattern paper, rice paper is good, especially if you're going to be collaging with it. Hi, Janet. Hi, Kat. All right, let's get this show on the road. I think that's going to be paint. Okay. Hi, CB. Oh, excuse my nose, guys. My allergies are really they're on the warpath today. I don't know how much I want of this on the side. Yeah. Perfection. All right. Good. Good, 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 good. All right. Hi, Margaret. Only fries, huh, Jean? There's so much more. Gotta dry that more, but I just wanted to get the matte medium dried a little bit before I put the gesso on. I'm trying to, okay, make sure you guys can see and I'm straight. Shh, Loki, be quiet. 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 No bark. Quiet. Good boy. Shh. No bark. Okay. I told you, Jean, they're the best brushes. I love them. They're a little bit pricier than you know, I mean, I don't know. I've seen a lot of different priced brushes, but for what they are, they're worth it. You know, and they're not so overly priced that you absolutely could not afford them. Hi, Kimberly, welcome back. Right, yeah, no, I don't use them for things like that, Jean, for the re-wetting and stuff. I got these, and I like them because they're a little bit firmer. They do hold some water, but they're a little bit firmer, so they're perfect for that kind of thing. But I've been wanting to find a brush, and I'm thinking about the Zens for that purpose. Hi, Dot. So yeah, but black velvet definitely. That's what you're gonna be painting. That's definitely the brush. Yeah, you know, I forgot, Eileen, when I was switching over from Dee Dee's to do that. Sorry about that. Let me clean up this mess. Save these pieces for another project. Okay. All right, now I gotta totally dry this. You know what? Actually, when I was, I've been meaning to do it and click on the button, but I keep forgetting now that the 3 times I've streamed. When a YouTuber goes to go live, there is looks like a share button right before we go live, and I keep meaning to test it out because I bet I could. I bet I could press share, and then it would share on different social medias. Well, I can't do it now. I don't think it's there now, but I think right before I press go live, there is that share button because I don't see it here. This is microphone, in stream. And I got the thumbs up, the people, the live. Yeah, no, it's right before you have to, I think it's right before I press go live. So next time I've got to try to remember to try it out. Because I bet you I could. I bet you it'll give you the different options. Like when you're in somewhere else, like if you're on the internet and if you press share, it brings up all the different social medias. I bet you it works the same way. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Okay. So, let me we're going to use something a little fun today. And I need, bear with me guys, I'm just looking for something. Ah, there it is. Okay. Set that over there for a second. If you click it to share the link, right click and choose to share in a new tab, or it boots you out of your stream a lot. Right, Jean? That's what I was saying. It's got to be before you actually press the go live. So I'm going to get this really, really wet. Now I have masked off the flowers, and for that I used, when I just want to worry about just the outline or something that requires just a thin line, I use this Molotov masking pen. Works great. If I'm masking the whole image, I use a couple different things, but I typically use masking tape, or not masking tape, packaging tape. I'm going to get this really, really wet first. We're going to do the sky area. Okay, let that sit for a second. I got to mix up my colors. Where's my crappy brush? I'm going to use ultramarine. Oh, I didn't spray my paints. And I think I want to put a little bit of Prussian blue in there. Another one of my favorite colors. I think that will be very pretty. I love Prussian blue. Oh. I'm going to get the paint really juicy and wet. For this part, you really need wet surface and wet paint. Oops. Oh, the stinking chat. I think if I leave my cursor above it, it stays highlighted. If I move it, it doesn't. I think that's what I gotta do. So let me, oh, my palette's not. So I've got Prussian blue and ultramarine. Okay. So again, I'm gonna make sure my paper is wet. It's fine that it's bringing up a little bit of blue. It's gonna be blue anyway. Okay. And I'm just gonna drop in some colors. Soften out the hard lines. And then we're going to put in the fun thing for today. Hopefully it's wet enough. I see it trying to activate. This is regular rice. You can use salt too, but I like the texture of the rice more than, oh, I hope I got it wet enough. Let's see here. Now I'm just going to, again, go in and soften these edges so they are not so harsh. Okay. I'm going to let that do its thing while we work on another part of the painting. Hi, Debbie. Thank you, Jean. Catching up on chat a minute here. See if I missed anybody. Hugs, my Debbie. I'm glad you're here because I need I'm gonna need your advice on something as we get through the painting. All right, so we're gonna let this just do what it wants to do. Okay, so while that's drying, we're gonna work on another part. Let me rinse my brushes. Out of the way. All right. Now for this next part is going to be green down here, and then we need to decide what colors we want the flowers. So, like, this is the main flower, and I was thinking, because these are daisies, I was thinking these three will kind of be the white because they're the normal little white daisies. And these are more like Gerber daisies. So these will have like a slightly blue shadowing to them. But I don't know what color do we want the two larger daisies. Because we're going to have the blue up here, and then we're going to have green down through there. What do we think? Yes, Eileen, green. Oh, now that you're here, we can do a quick look at those pages from last night. But what color do we want the Gerber daisies? Yeah, okay, bright pink and coral. Actually, I can do that. Okay, that's what we'll do. All right, so Debbie, this is where your help is going to come in at. And I don't even know if you're going to be able to really help me. I've been practicing, and I want to get better at the whole modeling thing, how you model your paint. I'm not quite got it down. So I'm thinking about modeling the green through this area here. Eileen, quiet. Shh. Now, I gave you green yesterday. That's Loki. He is my small little dog who thinks he's, 80 pounds and can bite your head off. He is the biggest wimp, the biggest scare baby ever. But when he's in the house behind doors, he'll bark at things. And he sounds much bigger than he is. Tap the tip of the brush. Okay, yeah, that's what I've been doing. I just don't get like how you get it. I still have some harsh lines I see coming in there. Let me try to soften that a little bit. It didn't fade out as much as I was hoping, probably because I didn't have enough water on there. All right. All right, well, let's do this. I do need to, do you wet it first, Debbie? Or you just go in with paint? Yeah, no, we won't have no flamingo pink, okay? It'll be of a magenta color. We're going to do magenta here for this one. We'll do coral for this one. And then these three will be the normal white style daisies with the blue tint to kind of shade, a blue-gray shade. Lots of water and brush. Leave then a spritz of water needed. Lots of water and brush. On dry paper. Leave white areas. Then a spritz of water as needed. Okay. All right, we're gonna try this. I've practiced and I can't. I'm gonna use for my green. I'm going to use sap green, and I'm going to bring in a little bit of quinacridone gold because it brings it to a very nice olivey color. I like that. Okay. All right, so that's our green, and then I'm going to have a little bit of sap green so we can have that mottled effect in the grass area just on its own. So I'll have a couple different greens to choose from. Okay. right, here we go. Okay. Wetting brush. These brushes hold a lot of water, so this is a good thing. All right. Lots of water in brush. White areas. See, I don't get that. I think I put too much green over there and not enough white. My spirit spruits none if I miss, so I get random spots of water. That, you know, I was wondering about that. Yeah, I definitely have to get another sprayer so I have different kinds. I love Arches paper. It lifts so well. I don't have to fight. Oh. Got it a little bit there. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I'm going to have to get a sprayer because I noticed that when I was watching you do the, which one was it? It wasn't the bear one you did. It was the bear on the log. And that's when and the one right before that, I think I really noticed the splotchiness you were able to get. And I love it. Okay. All right. It's not looking too bad. It's got a little bit of what I wanted. I'm just gonna have to go to the dollar store and get a sprayer. Yeah, I think that also helps to the marbling effect that you get. Can help it along with my. All right, I'm gonna let that dry. We're gonna let that dry and see what happens. Okay, didn't quite get what I wanted up here. Well, yeah, it's still working, but it's still wet. So I'm gonna let it finish drying. We're gonna help it along a little bit. Now I got rice. But I like using the rice better because I like the texture it gives better than salt. Unless you're using the really big coarse salt, it's also easier to clean up the rice. When I put another layer of everything, we'll see what happens. I'm liking it. It worked out better than it usually does. I'm going to have to get some of those, huh, Button, when I get my magicals, if I want to spray them. Oh, okay. No, I know, but that's what I'm talking about. When I get the magicals, you're saying it, the Ranger one works the best? Nice. Yeah, all I know is that's next on my shop list. Oh, I was going to ask. Yeah, I don't have any of the Lindy spray bottles. I was going to get those, but then when I seen the magicals could be made into a spray, I was like, yeah, I'll just get the magical. But what was I going to say? Oh, Debbie, that's what I was going to ask. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, absolutely. What's Joyce's channel? You guys want to stay here, or are you guys going over to Joyce's? Because I'll postpone this and we can finish this later if you guys are all into Joyce's. Frugal eclectic. Okay, Debbie, I'll stay. Great. Yeah, if you guys are going to see Joycey, that's fine. But I'm going to continue since. Yeah, Ustream's a pain in the. Oh, good. Yeah, you guys could always get out your Kindle and put one of us on one and one on your phone and multi streaming. Great, good. I'm glad you guys are staying. But if you guys wanted to, I'd gladly step aside. Debbie, I was going to ask you, the Prismacolors. Now, are they as creamy? I am, Eileen. Are they easy to work with, soft and creamy? Because I want to get some regular color pencils eventually, but I want some, something that's easy to work with, easy to blend. And they fixed their breakage issue, right? Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to. Yeah, I think they're going for what, about $90 now, Debbie? Yeah, I just want to get some regular. I need to soften a couple of these edges, or maybe I kind of like that. Yeah, I don't know. That looks like I'm gonna have to do something with this side. I'm not liking this. Oh, let me get some more. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm glad. Let's see if I can darken up this green a little bit, and come back in. See if we can. Oops. Dab with the tip. I do that with any pencil. You can't. I don't. I don't let any. When I was still up in Illinois, up north before I relocated, I wouldn't let. I didn't let even my daughter-in-law barely use any of my pencils, and definitely not the kiddos. That's definitely a no-no. Oh, I like what it's doing there. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of that. I'm gonna see if I can recreate that here a little bit. I'm hoping to get some of that. I'll show you guys something. I want more blue. More blue. Yeah, okay. Some more salt, more water. Yeah, definitely. Kids don't. They think it's it's fun to tap your pencil. Why not? Oh, I've got. A little bit of that in there. Finish off the rest of this blue up here. Let's get it really watery. Spray this. Regret it. Okay, whoops. All right, we're gonna dry this now. I'm done playing with that. Let me soften this up a little bit. kind of didn't. Let me get my scrubber. No, it is not salt. I do like using salt, and I have, but I typically like the really large salt crystals. I have some Himalayan salt, and it would be perfect, but I also prefer rice because it gives a different texture, and it soaks up the paint a little bit different than the salt. So I tend to like using the rice a little bit more. I was going to scrub this a little bit so I can fix this. Fix it. Got a little bit of green in there. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm thinking I do want to still want to bring in a little bit more green. And I know you might think it's got enough green, but I'm trying to. And I don't think I'm going to succeed as much as I'd like. Get some splotchiness going on. All right. We're going to leave it. Now I'm going to dry it. I promise. I'm done. Actually, Eileen, yeah, it does because it's larger. It's a larger crystals. Oh my goodness, Debbie, did you film it? I do that all the time. All right, drying. Keep streaming. Keep moving. I love Debbie's pours though, and I've been, obviously, the pour phase has come, and everybody's doing it now. But I love what Debbie does with her pours. Oh, well, you'll definitely have to show it. You're gonna stream after me, right? Or are you waiting until 3 specifically? Yeah, I'm with you, Kathy. Although my craft art area in my apartment is literally maybe 10 feet from my bedroom. You got to dry this so we can work on the flowers. Not so much the sky area. That can still do what it's doing, but I got to get the bottom area dry. And it's sopping wet, or was. It's getting there. It's terrible what we artists go through. Isn't it terrible? Just terrible. So, that was what other thing I was going to ask you guys, and maybe Debbie, you might be the best person to answer this. But is it? I was hearing something, and I haven't sold anything on Etsy to date. Yeah, rabbit hole for sure. on Etsy, but I was hearing some negative stuff about that they changed the way the fee share goes now. Is that right? Oh my God, Dot. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. All right, is this done enough yet? A couple of places is still. All right, well, that'll dry while I'm working on the flowers. They are taking out of shipping too. Oh, maybe that's what it was. So now, so like where an Etsy seller would charge the normal mail rate of, I don't know, $3 or whatever. So now you would have to raise the shipping to count for the fee amount that they're going to take? Or, I mean, do you end up eating some of the shipping now? I mean, if that's, I mean, you basically would have to change the price of your item to account for the difference. With Square app and website. Okay, Debbie, we're going to have to get together and talk about the whole setting up of a website and Square app. Yeah, okay, we'll talk about that later. Back to the art. Okay, so I need to make room on my palette. Okay, so we wanted a coral color. And I think, let me see, do I have that without mixing? I do. I have quinacridone coral. So that's going to be the first one. So this is my secondary palette. This has mostly, no, this is all Daniel Smith. A lot of people have other. Yeah, I don't want to, my thing is that I don't want to charge if I were to do that, I feel like it would be bad to charge an astronomical price for shipping or raise the price of my product just because I have to give a different fee rate to Etsy. It's not fair to the people that are buying whatever you're selling. And I just wouldn't do that. So I would end up eating it because I couldn't do that. Hi, Tara. Welcome. Glad to have you. We're about halfway done, but you can catch it on the replay. Definitely. Okay, so I have coral, so I think we'll start there. I think I'll start with the mid-sized flower. Let me get my other two brushes that I want to use. I think, yeah, okay. I'm going to use number 6 and a number 8. I typically am a 2-brush girl when it comes to painting flowers and non-background work. If I'm painting detail work, then I normally use 2 brushes. Now, where is my there it is. Let's see, is it dry all the way around there? It is. Where's that? I'm just going to make sure it's dry around the flowers. don't know. I don't want to take those off yet. Well, they let China corporate sell new stuff. It flooded the platform. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's just terrible. It's terrible. Okay. So, wet my brushes. And where's my bigger brush? Okay. So I got more paint than I need, but that's okay. All right. I gotta turn it, guys. But all my traffic is self-generated and through my promotion on social media. Really, it's nice to having all the fees and sales. Okay, yeah, you'll have to definitely, you definitely have to talk about that. I don't want to. I just think it's wrong to charge more, charge a cut in the shipping because it's not something we make money on. I mean, shipping is shipping, and I don't, you know, I don't want, and I don't know, maybe people abused it. I don't know. I just have a problem with that. I mean, shipping is, you know, it's going to cost so much to do a package of whatever size or whatever weight, you know, so shouldn't have to change, you know, charge people more or, you know, eat the cost. And I'm just going around here and doing every other petal. And then I'm going to come back around and do every other petal again. And this is only the first layer. So you'll see we'll get some, we're going to do some glazing and some shading on these. Make sure you guys can see. Ah, I almost made a water drop. That's okay. Wouldn't have been a bad thing. Yeah, because sometimes you don't know how, I mean, you can estimate, especially if you get really familiar with, you know, the items that you sell, how much it's going to cost. And I don't know if Etsy has an estimator, you know, at all, but I just think it's wrong. You know, it's not like that's, you know, it's not income that we're generating. That's a cost, business cost. I want that one a little darker. Hi, Jeannie. Yeah, the only one I don't have is the big 12 by 12 or 12 by 14 or whatever it is. But I have all three of the small ones, and I have the 5 by 7 and the 6 by 6 or whatever that one is. Right, Janet. But that in this case, it seems like they're taking a cost of the shipping, and you're not able to compensate or counteract. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough about it because I haven't sold on Etsy. So yeah, that's what I said. You know, brick and mortar business is a little bit different than an online selling portal. And then now with these, every other one's going to go the opposite way. So you have some different sides of shading. When it's a flower like this, you gotta take some different angles so it looks more natural, and not always shade them the same side, if that makes sense. Oh, wow. What did that say? Debbie's got good one, Dot. All right, round one. All right, I'm ready to take off this rice now. I think it's dry enough. So much easier to clean up than salt. And then we said, magenta, right? Or pink. Okay. Tara, right? Tell them. Hey, I'm busy over here. Okay, let's see what we can get off. Now, I typically try not to, oh, I forgot to put my little, typically try not to rub at the crystals I put on my paper, but I did forget to put my paper towel down to catch the crystals. So I made a mess, but that's okay. I love my craft mats. Okay. This will be helpful. Anyway, but yeah, I tend not to rub at salt or rice that I put because it takes away the effect, I think. So I typically just let it shake off as much as possible. Okay. More drying. Come on. Ah. Come on. I know the rest of you. All right. Why are you not falling off? Hee hee. So pretty. No more left. One left. All right. Yeah, I got to take off the rest of this masking fluid. And if you're going to use masking fluid, make sure that your paper is completely dry before you try to remove it. Yeah, definitely, Debbie. Definitely want to make sure it's dry. And then you won't cry, I promise. All right, everything off. Okay. Now let's see. Yeah, I'm going to use this brush. No, put green on that. So I have one little one behind there. Brush is still a little too wet. It's okay. And I think I have, how did that one there? All right. If you type in just A, it tells you your comment is too short. Well, you can talk more, Kathy. That's all that means. You just got to talk more. Now this one, I'm creating more of a darker petal because it's on the bottom. It's going to be away from the light, or it's not going to have as much light as the rest of them. Once we do the first pass, the glazing will go much faster. I should have done that one. That's okay. I'll bring it down. Yeah, I did that one on the opposite side. That's okay. We'll fix it. Just make it more of a full petal. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You always want your darker shadow on the bottom side of the petal. Even if it's just a small shadow, it's going to look, the brighter should always be towards the light. Which is a big of them since they always try to change my words. Right, W? Oops. Yep, I gotta move over one. And we're going to put this here. Oops, forgot one. Okay. And we'll get this little one in here. It's poking out, or hiding rather. All right, now we're going to do the centers of these other ones here. Oops, wrong bucket. So I'm going to use the yellow that I used to help mix my green, which I love this yellow. It is quinacridone gold. You could also use green gold. I also like New Gamboge is another good yellow to use. Yeah. I am not good at making circles. Freehand with a paintbrush anyway. Not much better with a pencil, but definitely a little more complicated, but I don't want it perfect, so it's fine. All right. Now we're going to take a little bit of the ultramarine and going to be really, really watery, like super watery. You want it really light because that's going to be our shadow color. You almost kind of want it like a gray blue, so I'm going to add a tad of burnt sienna to gray it up a little bit. You want more on the blue side, but it's got to be a little bit of a gray because these flowers are shadowed. Because they're not, anything in white is not only just white. And these are going to be really fast. And it's not going to be every other petal. It's just to kind of make them stand out a little bit. Shh. Quiet. Quiet. Shh. Bad dog. No back talk. No sass. Loki. Quiet. Quiet. Shh. Bad dog. Bad dog. Yes, it is. I actually have that, but because I use the ultramarine up here, I wanted to use the same blue. Where was I going? Oh, yes. Thank you, John. He's a little dachshund. Yeah, a little tiny dog. Well, he's bigger than most because he's mixed. He's a dachshund beagle mix. So he's a little bit bigger. So he's about, what, 30 pounds. But he thinks he's, 80 pounds. That's what I was saying earlier. The beagles are they're hunting dogs. So they're used to burrowing and hunting after animals. So they have these big, huge rib cages. So even though he's tiny, he's only, I don't know, snout to butt, maybe 1.5 feet long. But he's got this big, huge rib cage. So he sounds gruff. He sounds a lot bigger than he is. And then not to mention he's a chicken. He's a big chicken. He should have been, I call him a scaredy cat. He should have been born a cat because, yeah. Okay, so just going to kind of blend a little bit of these in here and see where we're at on this one. See if we need any more shadows to bring it out. Maybe a little bit on this one, top there. These down here would have a little more shadow because they're the bottom. All right, so look at that one. All right, and then I'm going to put a little bit of shadowing in right here. Kind of distinguish the petals a little bit. Okay, I think that one's good for now. They do. The little dogs think they're, you know, they think they're the big dogs on campus. Shh. Quiet. You know, this dog, he hides underneath his blanket. If the camera wasn't on the tripod, I'd show you. He's sitting here, sleeping, laying underneath the blanket. His head is all covered, his body's all covered, and he's barking. Yeah. Yeah, he argues. He tries to. But he's spoiled, you know. I've had him since he could fit in my hands. I adopted him from a shelter. And he's a good dog. He's gonna be 12. So he's getting up there. But he's been my baby for the whole 12 years. And I'm very pleased. Yeah, right button. Dogs, they talk to you. I mean, even cats, like, you know, those kinds of pets, you can talk to them and they know what you're talking about. You can have conversations with house pets of that nature. Look at Debbie's cat. I love when she goes after the laundry. Oh my God, I love it. Debbie don't like it so much, but I like it. They do. They argue. They give you the poor me look. The, you know, where are you going look. I don't know what that is. Where is my scrubber? It's not masking fluid. Oh, it's part of the green. That's what it is. That's okay. I got too much of the green on there. We'll just darken that up a little bit more so it kind of fades in a little bit more, I guess. I'm going to clean up that edge. I'm sure, Debbie. Okay. Let's see. Trying to think. This one needs a little bit more color. Not much, but a little bit. A bit there and there. So kind of just defining some edges. Not really putting any shadows, just using it to define the separation of the petals. There. Yeah, I love that cat. All right, now this one's going to be a little more shadowed because it's down towards the bottom, but we're going to bring the shadows like so they're more towards the bottom. These are going to be really light. I'm just going to kind of go around and then soften as I go. Yeah, but she sounds like she's she sounds like she's fighting with, I mean, that she, yeah, she sounds like she's hunting, that she's finding her, she found something and, oh, that's too much. Well, that's okay. We need to darken this one anyway, so. She's just funny, Debbie. I find her very humorous, very funny cat. And she's so beautiful on top of it. You can't help but love her. So she's the boring one out of the bunch. Oh, that's interesting. Is that all cats or is that just Siamese? I mean, because I've had cats meow and stuff. Like, I just never heard cats go on like she does. All right, a little bit more, I think, here. All right, let me take a look at this. Okay, need some more definition up here. No, Fat Fanny is the boss, and don't forget she has. Oh yeah. Your Siamese makes me want to get one. All right, so what do we think so far? Got Monique. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would want. I'd want a cat. See, that makes me want to get one, but then I don't know if I would get lucky and they would be as, you know, interesting and talkative as Debbie's as see, I love that because it's very interactive. I don't know. I'd just be afraid that I wouldn't luck out and get the one that's going to be, you know, have its own little unique attitude and personality. All right, so before we do the glazing, now I'm going to do the centers of these. And I think I'm going to do a brown and purple mix. So since I brought burnt sienna in, I'm going to use that. But I'm going to take the ultramarine, and I'm going to mix that with a little bit of the pink colors that I used for the flowers to make my purple. Probably a little too purple. Let's bring in a little more pink. Bring in a little bit of burnt sienna. Tray. Oh, I need to use the other palette. Let me do it this way. Okay. Get our burnt sienna. Got our deepened magenta purpley color going on. All right. This is where I usually screw up. Her Bubba loves everyone. Yeah, I definitely, yeah. Take your cat in a heartbeat. Yeah, what was that? That's cute, Norma. All right, so wish me luck. Here we go. Oh, I don't need this. This is my 4, right? Yeah, I don't need this one. Okay. I'm going to do a wet. Just a little bit. And while that's still wet, I'm going to drop in a little bit of the purple. Come around the edges. Hopefully I don't screw it up. Okay. Paper towel. Dab, dab. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, thanks, Debbie. Yeah, we got to do this one center, and then once dry those, and then glazing of the two, and it'll be done. Need a smaller brush. That one didn't come out too bad. I'm getting a little bit better at centers. I have a problem with my centers. And my stems and leaves. I don't think I do them very well. That's just me. And let's get a little bit of this corally color going in here. Deepen that up a little bit. Get a little bit of the brown. And let that kind of pop that in there a little bit. I'm just kind of dabbing because I want the edges a little rough. And then a towel, dab it so it has a little bit of a highlight. Okay, dry this. Get this little guy is so scared. He's underneath my table, my chair, on my cord. Move it. Thank you. Come on, stretch over there. And then he just plops down and I got to roll him like a roly-poly. Thank you. Yeah, the flowers I'm good at. I'm pretty good about the background. I need to get a different kind of spray bottle so I can have that modeling, stippling effect that Debbie gets. I really love that. It's just the centers and stems in that. But I'm trying to figure out or think of other things that I can do with my flowers, like everybody does that whole thing where they do, a person and then they do flowers in the hair. I don't want to do that. That's been done so much that I'm over it, Plus, I don't like to paint or draw people. I mean, I'll use magazine cutouts and stuff like that. And then there's the people that do the animals with the flowers and whatever. But so I'm trying to think of other things I can incorporate into my paintings other than just the flowers. Okay. I don't know why I'm wasting time. Where's my... Oh. Oh, that was one of the things I was thinking about doing a journal book series with that for streams. But I was going to incorporate more than just flowers. Like I have a vision of doing like the map and then having the state flower, the state bird with it. Haven't quite got it all together in my head yet. You think so, Button? Yeah, that's, Why isn't that one coming off? Okay. All right. So now the question is, let me bring this up so you guys can see it. Do we think that we want to add yellow highlights to where the white is in the little speckles? Or do we want to leave them white? Leave them white. Maybe do some of them with yellow. None of them with yellow. Leave them white. Anybody else? Okay, we got one person for some yellow. I need a tiebreaker. Leave white. Just some shading. Okay, yeah. Need leaves or stems. Yeah, that's next. I want to glaze the flowers, and the flowers are the longest part of the painting. So I tend to get those done first because then I can come in with stems and leaves after that. Okay, so now the glazing should go fairly quickly. All right. Some yellow, the white, some shading. Yeah, I'll bring in some darker shading around with my pencils. Some yellow. I do one with yellow. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, I need an emergency brush in case I put too much. Oh, where was I? Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. didn't get as much shading as that one. This one I'm just going to paint. So it's kind of hiding back there. That one just a little bit of shading because I went in dark on it to begin with. Let me take off a little bit more from that. Okay. Then we got another one that's hiding back here. I'll make that one just like it is. Okay. Going the wrong way. I think that needs a little bit more color. Here we go. I think I need to do something with that one petal. I'm not liking it. Okay. All right. Thank you, Button. It's okay. I do like it. Couple issues with it, but it's I'm liking it. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the green. Let's put in some leaves and some stems. We want a really dark green for that. So let's see what we can drum up. Take the green mess that I have already. And that so far is my sap green. Ultramarine blue. Where's my brush? Brush. Oh, there it is. There's that green. Ultramarine blue. Touch of the yellow. There we go. All right, here we go. Size 8 brush. Not too wet. You want the paint not too wet, a little bit viscous. Now this is going to be some leaf foliage, so I'm not going to bring the stem all the way down, I don't think. All right, well. This one's going to put up right against that flower. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right. Now, let's see, for this flower, let's see. I think maybe a leaf. Yeah, leaf coming. Let's see. Need one leaf over here somewhere. I'm thinking how high I want to put it. And if I want to put it on the lower, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Most of the time. Okay. Now, thinking another leaf maybe up over here. Do I want to bring it off this flower? Do we want a leaf coming up off of this white flower or the coral flower? Okay. So it's going to come off a little bit this way. A little bit. Let's see, how would that go? It'd go, yeah, maybe. Oh my goodness, Button. Oh, goodness sakes. That's terrible. I'm sure she was mad. Okay. Now let's get some, I'm thinking some longer stemmy things from the corner here. So, let me think. These are going to be a little bit lighter in color. Going to bring a little bit more water. They're just going to be kind of coming out. More water. Right now, I'm just kind of seeing where I want them. I'm not putting them in too dark, so I can. Oh my God. I'll get on this topic. Oh my God. I'm gonna connect that here. All right. Okay. Need something there. Something here. Let's see. I don't like how, well, no, that actually came out okay. Let's see if we can lift a little bit of highlights in the leaves. Where's my brush? That's my, oh, this is not my, it's my other one. Ha, my little scrubber. I want to put a little bit of kind of highlight in the leaves. They're not so bold. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the yellow, just a teeny tiny little bit of yellow. Just come in, just a little bit. Barely see it, which is fine. All right. Oh my goodness. Do you all think that the grassy stuff should be darker? Oh. I feel like you're not getting the good view. I'm gonna have to fix my desk a little bit. A little darker on the grass. Okay. I can do that. There we go. Woo-hoo. Okay. That could have been bad news. Bad news for sure. Thank you, Dot. Now I'm just bringing in the darker part on one side of the grass, because then it acts like a shadow, unless it's these little ones. But on these longer ones, you just want it on the bottom portion. And that's why you need a good brush with a really fine point. A little bit wider. Okay. That'll dry a minute. Always add some more shadowing if you want. We said all whites or mixed. I'm not. It's raining here in Texas. Is it raining by you, Debbie? Yeah, and there's that. I can't leave my baby home alone. He probably, I don't know what he'd do. Yeah, me too. I'm not a big crowds person. All right, I am going to go with some yellow, some not. And by some, I mean maybe 1 or 2 or 3. And then we can see if we like it. And if it's even dark enough. It's not even showing up. So let's darken that up a little bit. And that's not even dark enough. All right, let's do it this way. I'm gonna pop in a little bit of neutral tint to darken up this color just a tad. Get some contrast. There we go. I think this might do it. Thank you, Tara. But just so y'all know, if you don't like something, you can say so. I won't be offended, I promise. I'm still learning. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see the dots? Are they, the darker dots, are they appearing a little bit bolder? Eileen. Yeah. Yeah, I can't leave my baby on 4th of July and New Year's. He doesn't do well. But yeah, I want you guys' honesty. If something doesn't look good, you can say it, because then I'll know it doesn't look good. And then I scrap it and I paint it again. This one needs one bit more there. Yeah, okay. So, does it need anything? Or are we ready to do the big reveal? Oh, that's true, Debbie. Yeah, he's always been a scaredy cat, but you know, it wasn't until he was, say about 6 or 7, because no, what is he? He's going to be 12. So maybe 5 or 6. My sons at the time had taken him for a walk. I mean, he's always been a scaredy cat, but they had taken him for a walk, and a truck backfired when they were walking down the sidewalk and scared him half to death that he pulled off the leash. And ever since then, he's been even more scared of anything that's booming. Any kind of fireworks or thunder. He's fine with lightning. He's fine with rain. It's just anything that's real loud is puts him over the edge. Put the white on that one white petal with the green, maybe. Which one? This one? Yeah. Yep. But you guys don't think it needs anything else? Well, you know, let me see if I can. Let's just do that right now. Let's just do that. Let's fix it right now. Titanium white. I don't have any gouache. I haven't wanted to invest because I like the translucency, and I like I mean, there is a couple gouaches that are like fast. Where is? I don't have any really good acrylic brushes anymore. Since I went to watercolor, I have really no good brushes. Is this one going to be small enough? I don't think so. Where's my other brush? Oh, this one. This one should work. Let's see if we can water this down a little bit. Yeah, I'm not now, oh, I have a white gel pen, but that's not the same as I don't know. I want to get that stuff called bleed proof white. That stuff I would use. And it's on my shopping list to get. Oh, I only use the fluid acrylics. I used to buy the cheap stuff, the Deco Arts, the $1 a bottle paints when I first started out, and then I tried the Delusions paints, and I tried let's see, all the different craft brands. When I invested in the fluid acrylics, that was it. That was it for me. That's what I wanted. I like their vibrancy, and they've got a lot of translucent colors, especially because they're fluid. They flow really well. So yeah, and I have, I think I have every color in the fluid, or well, except for the I don't have, what is it called? The infusion? No. What's Debbie? You know what's that? I don't have the metallics. I don't know, and I don't have the Deco Arts. Media fluid acrylics. Interference, that's it. Yes, I don't have any of those. But I have all the other colors in the range. Yeah, I love these. Once and I'm sure that, you know, Golden and anybody else's fluid acrylics. The only other, I think if I were still more, or when I get back more into the acrylics, I would love to get the PBOs because of the shimmer. Yeah, and the metallics in these. Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, these are cheaper than Golden. So I invested a couple $100 in every color except for the interference. Those are the ones I didn't get. And there might be new colors out that I don't have because I bought these, you know, year and a half ago. Yeah, that's why when I was checking out prices of the paints, like I said, the only thing else I invest in is the PBOs. And they're a little more expensive, but you get a bigger tube, you know, compared to these smaller bottles, but they work differently. So these small bottles you get, because you don't have to use a lot of this stuff either. This stuff is very potent. You only need a little bit. But yeah, those are my acrylics. And we'll do some acrylic stuff too, because I'm not totally anti-acrylic. Okay, let's see. All right, let's start taking this off. Everybody likes to see the reveal. If you're not using dark interference. I don't think I understand them. I don't think yeah, that's what I was saying, Kathy. I would get the PBOs I always wanted, but then I kind of got into watercolor and stuff. But yeah, I would definitely invest in the PBOs. I like those, especially on the jelly plate. I'm gonna have to have Debbie make me some jelly plate prints. I don't do as well as she does. Plus, she's got that one leaf stencil that I need to get from I think it's Deco Arts, isn't it, Debbie? The one with all the small little leaves that you usually use the metallic stuff with. I like that stencil. Yeah. So this is Arches watercolor. It's on it. It was on. This is its pad. So I just taped it to it so I could easily. Come on. Well, usually it's easier. There we go. Come on. Ugh, it must have got wetter than I thought. Oh well. Still usable. These, if you guys get the pads or the blocks, keep these backings. They are awesome to keep around. Just warming up the tape a little bit, guys. Yeah, that's the stencil I want to get. I like that one a lot. Always remove your tape at an angle. so it doesn't tear. I don't know what I did to this side. Oh, there we go. Bye, CB. Thanks for coming. Oh, I didn't have that taped down enough on that side. That's okay. It could be covered by a mat if it was sellable. There it is. That's it. And then I'm going to sign it. I don't know why, but I'm going to. Thank you, Eileen. Now, where do I want to sign it? Guess I didn't check the tape when I put it down. I don't know. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I think I'm going to sign it right here. Is Jean still here? Thank you, Joan. Oh, Jean. Is she following who? And Deco Art Black Gesso is good? Hi, Debbie Riddick. I didn't see you come in. How are you? Thank you for coming. It's okay. Watching the other half will keep you company for a little while. I've only been streaming, almost 3 hours. What time is it? 2 o'clock? Debbie, what time are you going on? Oh, fun. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm done. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out with me and supporting me and helping me. And you guys rock. I love you all so very much. Thank you, guys. You guys make it happen. Like I said, if it wasn't for this community, I'd be a very sad puppy for sure. I got to get some mats and see if I can do anything with this thing called art. Thank you, guys. I will get I got to get some stamps and some I have envelopes. I just need to get some stamps and get out those packages. I'm going to try Saturday. It's hard for me during the week because I work and the post office is closed when I get out of work, or by the time I get home. So next Saturday would be, I got to try to run out before I stream. So Saturday, again, I'm going to try to stream, 12:30. So I'll get out those painted portraits we did yesterday. Yep. See you guys at Debbie's. Thanks for coming. Bye, guys.